Welcome back to another Adventures of Mayra Lynn, a SWTOR story with Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo. Today we have Mayra Lynn just outside of the Sith Academy. She's kind of apprehensive going in. She's not been raised a Sith. She's been raised a slave. And she's heard stories of people that were forced into the trials, finding their demise here. After years of finding ways to stay alive as a slave, she's now faced with an unfortunate situation, one that could spell her demise. And that's where we pick up today's episode. So remember, I'm going to treat those that treat me kindly, nice, and those that treat me like the foreman, like the overseers when I was a slave, I'm going to treat them rather disdainly.
You must be one of the slave acolytes. Pretty easy to see why Overseer Harkin was horrified. Regardless, Lord Zash has made it clear that all new acolytes must learn martial skills as well as face their trials.
Don't expect a nice response from me, numbnuts.
Beyond me.
Yeah, let's go with the third one.
I assume someone a bit more learned.
So, between the last episode and this, we did get into a guild.
Someone with a bit less pull, you mean?
And I did that
Not
so if I'm playing through, I could actually have someone benefit from my playthroughs.
And try not to embarrass your betters.
Alright, so we're done with him. Let's go find our next objective, which is to go up to our trainer on the second floor. When this game first came out, this would have been our first trainer. We would have gotten through the whole Ajunta Paul tomb without having an upgrade in our spells. Things have changed a lot to make, I guess, to make the game more accessible to everyone. Because it is the character storylines that are the most important parts of this.
What dark secret shall I share with you?
We got a belt just for that, and we're gonna get electrocute. Execute. Execute would have been awesome. I'm gonna put that belt right on, and our outfit is starting to be built out pretty well. There were 2 codex in this area. We're gonna come back for them later. I think that will be the best for us. Now we have to go meet our Overseer, Overseer Harkin, for the first time. Now we know that we've been brought here to work for or with or potentially be the apprentice of Lord Zash. So we know we have a benefactor, someone that has requested that we be brought into the trials for her, specifically. Alright, let's get in here.
Ah, the last one.
And already, disdain.
Now
he dresses us as slave every time he sees us.
Slime.
He must be one of those purebloods, the people that don't believe in allowing non-Sith or slaves into the academy.
A lunatic like Spindrel can see this, and that means
that was our friend. That's the friend that we made. See what I mean?
Meet our newcomer, Fawn Alt. This is real Sith strength.
Fawn is just
tear you apart and crush
a
your
pain
bones,
in the pants.
Slaves.
He's a pip.
Look on him. No connections left in the world, but pure Sith blood. This
and I'm just going to be as arrogant as I can to this guy.
Not filth like you.
So which one are we going to pick? I wish they gave 6 instead of 3 options
now give us
there.
The rest of the trial.
Like,
step this way,
hello,
slave.
like maybe a more sarcastic version of that.
The rest of you get out of here. You know your trials. You too, Fawn. Spindrel awaits.
Fawn just annoys me.
Now, listen to me. Spindrel is a lunatic. His approval means nothing. You are filth, and you will die. Is that clear?
Now, picking that third option,
you're nothing.
I really expect her to say something a little bit more
now, your second
disliking.
trial.
here.
Lord Zash has requested a special trial for you, which you will no
He's
doubt
just
fail.
a pain in the
Go
butt,
to
I'm
Inquisitor
telling you.
Zinn in the jails. He will fill you in on the details, and most likely hasten your demise.
The jails?
This isn't a trick,
He's
is
not
it?
going to arrest me, is he?
I don't want to see you again until you're back from the jails. That's all.
Alright. Oh wow, we got a new top. And a new blade. And we hit level 6. Well, before we come back, or before we go out on our next quest line, we're going to want to get a couple more spells. Alrighty, good. Let's just move some stuff down here and just get rid of these things every single time, because you already out-leveled the area that you're in, and it winds up down-leveling you anyway. If you complete the storyline, you're going to be way above where you need to be to start the next content anyway. I think it goes this: Ilum Makeb, Yavin, which is the Revan story. And then after Revan's complete, I'm not sure if there's something in between, but then you start the whole Knights of the Fallen Empire. And then finally you can get into
Acolyte,
the content that came out after all
And
that,
not a moment
Jedi
too
Under
soon.
Siege,
Hakan has given me
leading
very
into
specific
Onslaught,
instructions.
which is
You were
going
raised
to
as a slave,
begin
but must
this
discard
fall.
those traits and learn to control others. And I have just the task.
So in this
for
situation,
that
we're in the
end.
jail, and it looks
Meet
like he
this
wants us
drivelling excuse for
to
an
get information
acolyte.
out of this guy.
He will be your victim.
I'm going to just
what
choose
exactly
what's going on.
does this entail?
A short while ago, there was what we call an unauthorized murder here in the Academy. A rivalry among apprentices resulted in death. Interrogate him. Make him tell you who committed this crime at any cost.
I'll see what I can do. But I
Remember,
won't
she's a
torture
former
anyone.
slave, tortured,
Already
abused,
you are a disappointment to
and even
me,
though she'd be
acolyte.
on the giving end of it, she
Harkin
might
said nothing
just
of torture
have a little
being
bit
requirement,
too much
so
PTSD
I will
right
not
now.
restrict you.
be a little bit broken, right? So she doesn't want to do that. So we're going to come over here and try to friend
Please,
the information
don't hurt
out
me.
of this guy.
I don't know anything.
It's just going to be a little bit harder than scaring
It's okay,
it out of him.
Enif. I just want to talk.
Yeah, right. I know what you want. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know anything.
I can't help you if you
I'm
won't
on your
trust me.
side.
Why should I
I
trust
promise
you?
I'm on your
You
side.
can't help me. You can't protect me. Even if I did know
I
something,
promise
I'd be dead.
I'm going to be
Or
the one that
worse.
helps you.
It sounds like you do know something.
What? No, No, I didn't mean... I've said too much. I can't tell you. He'll kill me.
Not if
No, he
I
won't.
have anything
I'll
to say
protect
about
you.
it.
What? What are you going to do? Threaten the murderer and his master?
I promise,
Why don't
I
you
promise.
just torture me and get it over with?
I kept on looking at this like, finally he just gets me upset. So I'm going to... Yeah, let's just warn him. I don't want to do that one. No, I'm going to warn him. Need to warn him because
My patience
it's where
is
I'd be right
wearing
now.
thin.
No, you misunderstand. It's just that any other acolyte would
Yep.
have used the machine
It
gun.
worked.
I'll tell you what I saw, but promise me that the murderer will get justice.
Spills
and
the
he won't come
beans.
to kill me.
I promise
I'll
I
do
won't
everything
give you
in my
away.
power.
Strange as it sounds coming from another acolyte. I
He'd say
appreciate
pretty
that.
much anything here,
An
but she
apprentice
doesn't
named
think
SWTOR
that she could actually
I
protect
saw him
him.
murder his victim outside the library on the second floor.
But the other piece of this is
Listen, his master's incredibly powerful. He
If
won't
she's
let
now being
Kayan be
given
punished.
information-
Kayan will kill me.
You
that
let
could
me
kill
worry
her.
About that.
Thank you.
So
I hope
she
you know
either
what you're doing.
would have to kill him, which she's not willing to do, or she has to have him protected so nobody can get to him and know that he pointed out this Darth's apprentice.
You
So
don't
she's
have to
pretty
tell
much
me.
gonna
I
beg
heard
him
the
to
name
take
loud
care
and clear,
of
though I sorely wish I hadn't.
the prisoner.
Kane's master is a Dark Council member. I'd be a fool to oppose him. But anyway, your trial here is done. I will send my commendations to Overseer Harkin. You may return to him now.
I wonder how y'all go in here and and actually role play.
That acolyte is going to need protection.
Hello, everyone.
Concern for matters that are not your business is a weakness that will get you killed.
Well, that was weird.
I suggest you eliminate this undesirable trait as quickly as possible.
Like, how do you all
forget
roleplay
about
this?
Acolyte.
Do you just go in here and hit a bunch of buttons just to get out? When I'm playing through these games, I'm really connecting to my character.
He doesn't stand a chance without your help.
Right now,
You are persistent, aren't you?
she'd be a little bit.
Well,
Oh my God!
suppose it
I
wouldn't
can't
hurt
believe
to
this.
keep him here while
I
the
could be
master
killed
of
just
the
for
murdered
finding it,
apprentice
for
pursues
completing my
justice.
job.
Perhaps they
That's
can
what she's
be made
thinking.
to believe that the acolyte hasn't been broken yet.
So there
That should be
has to be
sufficient.
a more
It has been
sarcastic one
most
over here.
pleasant watching you work,
So-
acolyte.
I try not
Truly,
to take
I
the
wish you the
light
best
side
of
out
luck in
because
your
I really don't
remaining
want this guy
trials.
being mad at me because I think that he could end my existence. So now we have to go back to Overseer Asshole. And we'll go do this. You know what I'm saying though? I really feel that the opportunity for I have to think. Well, we should just move. I feel that in this situation, I would be working off of my fear, which of course is going to lead down to the dark side, right? I'm going to fall to the dark side eventually. But right now, I'm just scared and angry. And I fear that my last days are here. So these are the things that are going through my mind as a character in this storyline. And I think that's why my character is going to fall into that kind of chaotic, neutral, evil, good area. Always picking weird connections to people as a way to answer those dialogue questions. And at times when you have somebody that might be a slave themselves or be beaten themselves, be tortured themselves, she might side with them. But she might side against somebody like a Republic officer or a Sith officer that actually gets in her way. You never know. And as time goes on, she might become more and more callous to things. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, it's time to move on, and we're going to get in here back to our quest, complete it with Overseer Harkin, be chastised a little bit more, but then go after him.
Well, well, well. I had been looking forward to cutting another one of you down, but it looks like I'll be spared the trouble. Unsurprisingly, Nylock has gone
Slave
missing.
all the time.
Also, unsurprisingly, Fawn
Talking to
has
my guild
passed
right
his
now.
first trial. It's only a matter of time before he tramples you all underfoot.
I'll tear you apart where you stand, slave.
He sounds like he's right out
An
of an
accident in the
80s
tombs is much more
movie.
convincing. Now, the lot of you know your next task. Go.
So bad.
I want to speak to Fawn and our latecomer. Now, slave. Zin says you handled yourself expertly, and as much as I find this difficult to believe, Lord Zash is satisfied with his evaluation. Undoubtedly,
All right,
Zin
so-
helped you in some way, but you will not have his help on the next trial.
Yeah,
Both you and Fawn will
we are
have trials of
definitely
intellect, trials that test your ability to apply your understanding
being
of the
pitted
Force
against
to solve
this red-skinned Sith.
You don't expect a slave to be a match for me in intellect. I've been trained under the greatest teachers.
Calm down, Fawn. I certainly do not expect this slave to be a match for you. That's why you
All right,
will
what are we
have
doing?
separate trials.
I don't need your
Truly.
charity.
Your generosity astounds.
You're
She's-
only digging
I
your
think
own
I did a
grave.
fairly decent
Fawn,
job with her.
You will go to the library on the second floor of the academy and translate the following
I wish
texts
they had
from
a
Lord
lot
Zash.
more
Yes.
character customization,
Slave.
but the game is
Deep
in
in the ancient
maintenance mode right now.
monster-infested tomb of Marka Ragnos, there is a holocron filled with dark secrets and encased in a great stone monument.
So we've been through
No one
Junta
has figured
Paul.
out how to release the holocron
And where are
from
we
its
going
stone
now?
prison
Is
in
this
over 1,000
Marka
years.
Ragnos?
You will bring this holocron to me.
Always
or you will
sending us
die.
to weird places.
The more you make me hate you, the stronger I become, Harkon. And one of these days, I'm going to be strong enough to crush you.
Sent us to the jail.
You will never be strong enough, slave. You will bring
as
back
they finish
the
up their
holocron
talk,
or hope that the spirit of Marka Ragnos himself returns to end your
I need
miserable
to think
existence.
through
Now go.
how I'm going to handle this. I wish they gave you an opportunity to kill this guy at some point. I would love to just come back and just lightning him to death until he's a smoking hulk of ash on the floor. He's just such an evil bastard. He spent so long trying to kill me, trying to have me killed, putting me into the most dangerous situations. You'll see as time goes on. But we have to get out of here. There's no quests for us right now, but we're going to go get some of these spells right now. I guess we can call it not spells, but our skills need to be fixed over here. Alright, let's see what we get. Nothing there.
Disciple.
We get Dark Heal. That will come in handy, I guarantee you, at some point.
Go.
Oh wait, there's something up here. I want to show you these things. These are called holocrons or datacrons. These themselves are just holocrons. They are going to give us codex. This one is going to be about the admission into the Sith Academy and how it used to just be Redskins, Sith, and humans that were allowed in. But now, since the Empire's Great War, there aren't enough people to enter the Academy, so they're actually letting slaves and other races in, and some people are against that, and you're going to see that in some quests later on. They feel like the Sith bloodlines are being diluted, and you're going to even have a quest about that later. Over here, this one just explains slavery and why it's accepted in the Sith Empire. It honestly, I don't condone slavery, but I know it's always existed and probably always will exist because humans are evil. You can't have good without evil. I think that's the whole idea of what happens with the Last Jedi and all sorts of things in the Star Wars. That when you have two very polar opposites opposing each other, there's always going to be war and hate and disdain. So, you know, slavery in this world, accepted here. And I was a slave. It's okay to beat them, abuse them, kill them on a whim. And that's pretty much why I am the way I am and why I have so much sympathy towards other slaves and other tortured people in this game. As this character. Everything's so big. I know that this was built at the time of Tulakord. It makes you wonder if the Sith were really that big or really thought they were that big. Once you look in the lower left, there has been 80, 172 people here all throughout the day that I was playing. Alright, we're going to run over here and we're going to get to Inquisitor Arzanan. He's in charge of security, so we're going to be good to him because
stand and account for yourself.
We don't want to piss off the people that could snap a
you're
finger and have us killed.
I look at you and I wonder, are you among the truly loyal, or do you hide treason in your heart?
Do you always make a habit of accusing strangers of treachery and sedition?
You are no stranger to me. I know everyone in this academy, even its former slaves. Intelligence reports indicate this valley shelters traitors. Acolytes who seek to destroy our Emperor's carefully built order and replace it with their own weak-minded heresies.
They hide among the faithful and obedient. But make no mistake, they will destroy us all, given the chance.
We've watched as the traitors scuttle about this valley and plot against us. We know their faces and their names. It is the Emperor's will that the sands of Korriban be slaked with the blood of these traitors. Prove your allegiance by executing them.
Guess we'll just accept this quest and do it nice. I wonder if they could be rehabilitated.
It will be a great honor to serve you, my lord.
And in serving me, you serve the Emperor. Remember that, as you exterminate those vermin in the valley.
I guess they just don't want to rehabilitate their
Eliminate
They're
enough of them to
prisoners,
prove
they
your
just want to
loyalty.
kill them.
Then return to Inquisitor Arzanan.
I'll be watching your progress with great interest. Go now. See that the Emperor's will be done.
There's an absolute ton of voiceover in this game. So this and many quests in the game always have me wondering, why would anyone become Sith? Why would anyone join the Sith military, the Navy, the Marines, whatever? You always seem to be killing your own people for different reasons. And that, to me, is kind of what, you know, you go back to what I said before in the Sith Academy, they're letting in aliens and slaves now because their ranks have been decimated by war. But the ranks are also decimated by themselves. I mean, here we are. These people were abused and they're traitors now. They're just trying to leave being a Sith. And if you think about that, that in itself says a whole lot. So, I wonder, you know, I really wonder if the Sith Empire can actually last. Maybe that's why it goes dormant for thousands of years at a time. I mean, from this time all the way up to the time of Star Wars 1, you know, people thought the Sith were gone. Well, not this time, a couple hundred or 1,000 years after this. This is 3,500 years before Yavin. Give or take. I just wonder, like, who would ever want to be in that situation, be part of that? We always see it. We see it in the movies. How one failure, Darth Vader just chokes somebody, throws them against the wall, kills them. It's like this just disdain of anything living, this unwillingness to allow people to make mistakes and learn from them. It's a hard way to live. And the constant vying for power, trying to be better than somebody. Kind of like what they're making me and Fawn do. And Fawn might have been an amazing Sith if I don't get to kill him, right? If I get to kill him, he ain't gonna be anything. But because they're pitting us against each other, and because you either pass or die in the Sith Academy, that really says a lot. It's like, why do people follow them? Those are the things that I wonder. And as somebody that didn't grow up Sith, that grew up on Maura, that's my character, until she was like 7, when her and her family were actually captured and put into slavery. And she just doesn't understand. Since slavery, she wasn't raised Sith. She was raised to serve. And that's why she's kind of, about people.
I watched you deal with those traitors. Well done. That was an impressive display of loyalty. Take this reward as a token of the Emperor's favor, and wear this badge. It marks you as a defender of our empire.
Stay vigilant. Our enemies lurk where you least expect them.
Alright, looking around. I just leveled again, and before I go out into the wild, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to get just one more spell, and come back out. But I'm not going to make you watch that, because it's a pain in the butt. So here we are picking up where we left off. And we're going to go out to this area. Now, one thing that I really never... Well, one thing I didn't realize in the past was that this whole starter area is just like layered in height. Like you're at one height over here, another area you go to is at another height, and then another area you go to is at another height. But you can never get to a lot of these cool landmarky things. So we're going here, and this is one of my favorite areas to play the Sith in. I've played a Sith Inquisitor before, but on my other account I really am playing with an extra evil Sith warrior. I think I'm playing a Sith Marauder. And she is just outright evil. She is a red-skinned Sith, born and bred to be Sith and evil. Alright, so I'm opening up the cartel market here just to see if I have any unlocks. And that's because it gets increasingly hard to play free-to-play. Many people do it. With 2 action bars, it gets very difficult, and you're eventually going to need to get unlocks. You could buy unlocks on the GTN, or you could buy them on the cartel market. If you buy them from the cartel market, you're spending money. Ugh. You do get 100 cartel coins a month if you decide to tie your account to a digital or a physical. They could send you one. Key fab. So you would have to enter 6 numbers, 8 numbers, 10 numbers, whatever it is, in to play the game whenever you want to play, whenever you want to log in. So 100 coins a month as a non-subscriber, 600 coins a month as a subscriber. So
a fresh young acolyte
actually get a lot of them over time.
Good. I trust the sight of a messy operating table doesn't disturb you?
What's happening here?
Understanding the Force's mysteries requires that we seek answers everywhere, even
inside
the beast itself.
This used to be a Tukata, the hound-like creatures infesting Korribans too.
It doesn't make me happy right now. This guy...
nothing special. But I alone can see this.
First off, the way he looks,
an expression of pure
he's just really
energy.
Corrupted.
Aggression made manifest.
I'm gonna let him talk. But I think he's absolutely insane.
If you're the only one who can see, maybe it isn't there.
The ignorant often question the perceptions of the wise. You require enlightenment. The Force is alive. It expresses its will in the physical world.
I'm going to say it again. He's absolutely insane.
Such form.
The Force is no more alive than your beast.
Your eyes are shut to possibilities. Open them. I've dissected hundreds of Tukata, forging a direct connection to the dark side. Each beast I examine advances me toward
and every time I listen
unity.
to this guy, it just,
I now
it's
stand
like...
at a new frontier, but find myself
I
thwarted.
wonder
My
if he's doing it
specimen,
on...
a Tukata mutant,
doing these
to the tombs before I could
experiments on the Tukata. Is he going to start doing
Your
them on
work is
humans
too
next?
important to fail,
That's
my
the
lord.
part that starts to get me.
Perhaps the Force has brought you to me for a reason. You acolytes delve those tombs on your trials.
So you understand where I'm coming from, right?
For me and retrieve its perfect brain.
That's
My
why
apprentice,
he's so...
Maura, saw which tomb the mutant beast fled into.
That's why I
Find
don't
out
like
what she
him.
knows, assist me, and you will be rewarded.
Why not send your apprentice to recover this beast?
She's more suited to the laboratory than the tombs. She lacks your fire, I'm afraid. Ask
He's like
Maura
trying
where
to
seek
make his
Tukata
point,
and return to me
talking
when you have
about
its brain.
all of these great experiments he's doing with a lot of passion. Yeah, he's totally insane. Alright, I guess we should go talk to his apprentice. And I'll tell you this.
Seeking
what
Lord
you say to
Rennie's
her
master
here,
pet, are you?
not
Don't
going to tell
waste
you
your time.
why, but it has
That fool's research is pointless.
a good bit of...
How did you discover
it's going to have
this?
an effect on
My
a conversation
master
you
is
have
insane.
with her
Wasn't
in the
it
future.
obvious when you spoke to him?
So choose wisely.
Rennie deludes the Dark Council into believing
Based on
he's
how you want to
advancing
play your
Sith
character,
knowledge.
not based on how
The
you
truth
want
is,
her to
he
be
wastes the
to the
Empire's
next time
time
you
and
meet.
resources dissecting
To
mindless
me,
animals.
I think that
But if his
her just finding
experiments
him
were
totally
discredited,
insane
he would be
has
banished, and I would be
I've connected with her, and maybe, just
How
maybe,
exactly is telling
I've found
me
another
supposed to help?
ally that I can have.
Look,
That's what I'm
Just a
thinking.
minor alteration to the mutant Tukata's brain would allow me to reveal my master as a fraud. Bring me the brain before delivering it to Lord Rennie, and I'll make it worth your while.
So I think we'll do what she wants. I think we'll get that
Betraying your
brain and
master
bring it
carries
back to her.
considerable risk.
The greater the
Because
risk,
insane
the greater
guy
the
is
reward
absolutely
for
outright
both
insane.
of us.
And she,
Mutant Tukata escaped
while trying
the
to
tomb of
undermine
Marco Ragnus.
a
It's much
lord,
larger than
right,
yours, so it's easy to spot.
is
Return
probably
to me
better
with the
off
brain
helping
before
than
you
the
see
lord
Lord
who's probably
I'll take
wasting
care of the rest.
resources and time of the empires, which happens a lot. So let's go and get ourselves moving. Okay. So we have exploration quests on, so we're going to go get a lot of them, but we have a really cool spell now. We have a spell that's going to get us through everything really quick. We have execute. No, I'm just kidding. We have electrocute, and that's pretty much it.
Be well.
We already had the end-all be-all spell before we left the Tomb of Ajuntapal. And look at this. We already have another quest that we have to get. So let's go listen to this one. I'll let you hear it. And I don't even think I'm going to say anything for this one because
Sergeant Garrus, turns out the rumors were true.
it's
Some of the
self-explanatory.
sentries we lost down here aren't dead. They lost their minds, just like the Acolytes. Doesn't mean we're going to have any easier a time getting the research supplies back, though. The crates are secured with multi-locks. If we're going to open these things without frying the contents, we need to get all the sentries' code cylinders back. I don't think negotiation is an option. The men aren't keen to take down their old comrades, but we'll do what we can. Once we have the code cylinders, we'll crack open the supply crates and get back. Tavon out.
Alright, so here we are. Ooh, we stole from that poor Jedi. So essentially what we have to do is go get all these canisters. Just kill a couple more people. And inside those canisters are codes, essentially. That's a south code cylinder, so these big giant cylinders have codes in them. You know, these big giant cylinders that everybody could see is called a code cylinder. Yeah, it's a quest, kind of like go kill those 10 rats, right? Nonetheless, it does its purpose. It gets us extra stuff in the verse. Alright, let's just have some fun. I think by killing all these people, we make it easier and easier for us to get future, what are those called? Achievements, because there's achievements for everything in this game. Absolutely everything. And we're going to try to get as much as we can also in cash, because we do want to keep on moving forward and getting those extra inventory bars, because they're going to help us as time goes on. We're going to start filling those up pretty quickly when we start doing our crafting. Just wanted to make sure that person was dead. Alright, another big code cylinder sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. Nobody realized it was there except for us. Kind of weird. Alright. Move ourselves back over here. And you know what? Let's go on an excursion. Let's go look for something cool. I work for Lord Zash, and I took a few minutes to start looking through her papers just to find out what she's doing, and she's an archaeologist, and she likes to uncover relics, and she talks about certain relics that are out in the wild, and relics that are going to make you stronger. And I don't think this is something that Fawn has done, or anybody else that's trying to be in her good graces. So she talks about these datacrons that could actually increase some of your attributes. This one, of course, is going to increase our mastery attribute. It's going to make us more able, or better able, to wield force magic, which is pretty awesome. And it just increased that by 2. It also gives you codex that you could read. And I'm going to tell you, you can read all the codex, or you can go watch YouTube videos about all the codex, somebody reading them to you here. I'm not going to read them just yet. Oh, more people to kill. Again, we're doing this mainly to make money because they all drop cash. Sometimes they drop things like companion gifts, which honestly aren't useful right now, but will be very useful in the future. Companion gifts are going to increase influence with your companions, but you don't get your first companion until usually your last quest on your starter planet. And for us, unlike the Sith warrior, we don't get to have him as our companion for that last quest. Our last quest is to find him, which honestly is not fair. Because that last quest used to be really hard without him, and now it's a lot easier, so it doesn't matter. In fact, there's a couple of there are a couple of heroics that we're going to do without the companion to show you that there's still some challenging parts of the game to do solo, including solo without your companion. Of course, the first part of this game is not challenging. The starter area is very much, these are the buttons that you have to hit to make things happen. And they really just tell a little bit of the story and give you a background of what the Sith Empire was like before today. Like, what it was like when these people ruled the Sith Empire. And that's mainly because there's a ton of lore hidden within these quests if you read it. Alright, so we're here. And in this part, essentially what we have to do is we have to kill some chlor slugs, which we learned are not that big, only now they're bigger. But we have this lightning storm skill, which we're still getting used to. And we have to kill the biggest chlor slug we've had to kill so far, which is that one over there, the brood mother. And we have to get her baby's meat and put it on a altar and summon out the great giant. Oh wow, that was simple to kill. That was really simple to kill. But we have to summon out the giant Takata, which is probably gonna hurt us bad, and kill it with that. Oh wow, free stuff. Was able to see that as soon as we walked in here. There we go. Open up this. And we get gloves. Those aren't good gloves. And we get some crafting materials, which are not going to be useful yet. Let's see what they are. Well, that's going to be useful later on because I really want to choose artificing or artificing, whatever they call it, as our craft later on, as my craft later on. Alright, so we summoned him. We put the baby out there. Now he comes out and all we have to do is kill him. And he only has 395 hit points. That was it. That was all we had to do. That was the big fight that they alluded to. I can't believe that's what we had to do. That was anticlimactic. I feel like we might not be as overpowered as the rest of the Sith on this planet are babies and sissies and can't go out and kill things. I guess that's why they have player characters, because NPCs are babies. Alright, so Mark Aragnos, that was the Tomb of Mark Aragnos. Yeah, let's just go kill some more of these Takatas. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some extra meat. There's no cooking in this game. There's no fishing in this game. It really is just about playing through the storylines. And I see crafting as a way of getting better gear, getting different color crystals, You can play the GTN, the Galactic Trade Network. It's a really good way to make money. Buy low, sell high. Or you can just go out and do a lot of heroics on all the different planets every day. That'll give you a lot of money. You'll see that as we do heroics. I think the second quest lines that we do have a heroic in it. Let's see, we do Mark Aragnos, and Tulak Horde. I think there's something called the Hate Engine in there. If it's still there, I have no idea if it's still there. They've changed a lot in the game. We'll find out. But right now, she is just loving this spell. She's like, I can't believe how much power I have. Does anyone else have this much power? And after she touched that holocron, that datacron, she just feels like she has this huge insurgence of extra energy, and she's just playing with it. Like I said, she's gonna feel bad for people, but she's also going to be corrupted over time. And again, just utterly wrecking the place very quickly. Come on. Slice and dice, baby. Slice and dice. Pretty nice. And we have to go to the left, I think it is, for the... Yeah, we have to go to the left for... There's a guy standing right behind me. He doesn't even see me. Really? Yeah, now you see me. Stupid NPCs. I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, somebody's having fun over there. Yeah, we'll go inside. Oh, there's bats. Bats in the belfry. Yeah, they die quick. Oh, and we have to kill 4. That's good. That's 2. 4 of them. So I guess they're on the 4 points. I should know this because the quest... I think the quest used to have a lot more of these in there. I really do. I think the quests used to be harder. I feel like they were harder. Maybe it was that you were just much lower or you didn't have the same spells or skills that you do now. So let's go up here. There's writing on it. Alright, I can't tell what it means. So we have to do something to it. Maybe if we just recite the Sith code?
Peace is a lie. There is only passion.
It is a 6th relic. Alright, something's happening. No, it couldn't have been that easy. Damn, there's more Chiracs. Oh, another Chirac. Alright, let's just do some lightning. Oh, I can't wait until the lightning storm, chain lightning, 1-2 punch. That's going to be amazing. I wonder how strong it is today. Alright, we'll offer the blood of those things to it. We just got a bunch of blood. Maybe that's why that came out. Maybe there's a certain process. Alright, so maybe it is a process. So we did dark side, blood. Let's do light side. Nothing. Alright. Maybe we just shoot lightning at it. Shoot lightning at it.
Just open, damn it!
Alright, that worked. That worked. Love it. Okay, we got it. I bet you Fawn couldn't have figured that out with all of his wonderful intellect. She's got to be feeling quite fun. She has to be quite fond of herself right now. Because she's getting it done. Alright, good. Somebody came through here and killed a bunch of people, so we should have an easy course out of here. An easy path out of here. So, return, open. So we just have a couple of quests that we gotta close out and we can end this. I'd say we have about 5, maybe 8 minutes left of this episode, so I really appreciate you staying with me for this. I'm really loving this playthrough. You know, it's like I've played through before where I just don't think about my choices very long because I just want to get to the end of the storyline. But in this one, I really want to make this a very important decision for each and every one of these dialogue choices has to match me, my character's personality at that moment, what's going on inside of her. That's what I want. So, we'll see how that happens. So now is the long trek home, and we're going to start it by just following our pathway back and maybe killing some things on the way. The main reason for killing things on the way is just getting a little bit more cash. I really need to get those extra inventory slots. I think it's not going to be too long before I subscribe, but mainly because I have to subscribe within my free subscription period here for my main account to get a nice little boost. It really helps. And then I become a preferred player after my subscription over here is done. And just the advantages of preferred over free-to-play are enough to pay 1 month. An extra 100,000 at this particular point in credits that you could have in the bank. A couple of other things. Alright, so we have some more Tocadas, but you know, if we can kill the mother of all Tocadas, these things are not going to have a problem dying to us. Alright, so we just have to kill those guys right there, and then we can end this quest over here to find the research items. All we have to do is open the box. Oh, look at that. Nice little, well, never lucky getting these. Yeah, they're never big upgrades when you find them in the field. I've had a couple of purples I found in the field, but much later on. Just recently on my Jedi Knight, I found something in Corellia that was pretty awesome. The cat just jumped across the desk. She hears me talking and needs to come and say hello. There she goes again. You can hear her knocking around. She just enjoys my voice. I don't know what it is. Alright, so we got that done. Let's go over here to this medical droid and get some of our stuff taken care of.
Please use all products only as
and doing the live versus post commentary, you know, everything that goes on in your room, essentially you cannot go back and re-record, and if you do, then it takes you out of the game, right?
Well.
Alright, so let's go back to Maura. Again, I'm going to say it. You know, make your choices with Maura the way that fits your character. If you're RPing, don't worry about the much later on.
Have you recovered the mutant Toccata brain
encounter
yet?
With her.
I'm eager to conclude the business we discussed.
Alright, but I do feel like she is going to be a good ally of mine because she thought this guy was sick just like I was. And she seems to just be trying to survive just like I am.
For me to whisper the right words in the wrong
we'll try to
ears.
Make
I'm transferring credits to your account
some kind
now.
of relationship with her.
Give Renning the brain and collect
I
his
doubt she'll
too.
want to do anything else with us,
You've
though.
made out quite well.
Can I aid your clever machinations?
I'll still ask her.
You've been more than useful. Perhaps another time. We
right,
shouldn't
that
be
was
seen
nice.
speaking again.
Yeah.
Lord Renning might suspect us.
She's
Give
right.
him the brain.
We can all get in trouble for what we just did. So we're going to go back to Lord Insane. Lord Renning.
You have the brain at last. Excellent work. I trust it
Close
wasn't too
out
much
this
trouble.
quest.
The creature was hardly
That's
a match
wild.
for my power.
I'm playing
After
on my
all,
PC
you're an
and recording to
expression
my
of
Mac.
Darkseid's will too.
I must continue my research at once.
Just find
Great
it easier
discovery
for me to
wait.
do it that
Take
way.
a reward and go.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, yes, you may stop talking now. Goodbye.
He's such an ass. He's like, yeah, enough of you, go away. We gave him the brain. Yeah, little does he know. And again, getting rid of these stupid... all those experience boosts. They should be giving you, instead of all those experience boosts, like once every 20 levels, they should give you free 10 slots of inventory. That's what it should be. Alright, so... God, I just wish I had a rocket pack to get up there. It would make more sense. I could quick travel, but you're limited to the number of quick travels you can make when you're a free-to-play player. Just like you're limited to the number of spawn where you died. The number of times you could spawn where you died. I think it's 5. You have 5 shuttles that will be dispatched to you. Then I think you could buy them in blocks of 5. Unlike being a subscriber, you just get them for free. You're spending $15 a month. But that $15 a month gives you 500 coin and a lot of content for the first time. It's hard to justify after subscribing 1 month. But we'll go over here, close out this quest with Sergeant Garrus. I wonder if that's a homage to Garrus in another.
Hold on. Are those the research supplies we were after? I'd given up on them days ago.
Mass Effect, of course.
You've no idea how much I appreciate
I like his armor.
Some of these chemicals take months to manufacture. Not much use to you, but vital to us. Thank you. You're welcome to use some of our equipment as compensation.
That's
I'll
pretty
make
cool.
sure to mention you to the commander.
Alright, cool. Like it. Alright, so we got 105 credits, 5,504 experience points. Alright, let's go close out this episode. Thank you very much for watching, for the wonderful comments on episode 1. And thank you for following along Maura's Adventures, a Star Wars story. I'll be back in a couple of days with another episode. If you like this one, please click the thumbs up button. It will really help it get better search results in the YouTube search. And if you do subscribe, please click that notification icon so you get notified of all my future videos. That way you can keep up on Maura's journey, her adventures. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.